Good evening and welcome to BackChat. I'm your host, Timo Madima. This evening we're chatting to Pieter Conradie, 400-meter athlete, an interesting fella, full of life, full of energy. He's going to be joining us this evening. We're going to be chatting with him and welcome to everybody. Thanks for joining in, guys. It's going to be a good one. It's a Friday. I love Fridays. There's just something about Friday that's like a bit more relaxed, you feel like you don't have to rush as much. But yeah, excited. We've also got the Dome challenge that's coming up tomorrow. Next week we've got the Akani Simbini virtual relays coming up. So a lot of exciting things in track and field. I see Pieter is here. Let's Good evening and welcome to BackChat. I'm your host, Timo Madima. Like I said, tonight we're speaking to Pieter Conradie on social media. We'll find him as PJ Conradie. Let's see if we'll be able to connect. And then we'll go live. Hey!
Lekker
Pieter!
Timba! Wat sê jy, joh?
Bra.
Lekker, man.
Yeah, you look like you're relaxing at the bush today.
Yeah, my brain, bro. Yeah, man. I'm staying here at the farm, so I braai every night.
Yeah, that's good, man. It's a nice way. I'm sure it's a lekker way to be relaxed, off season as well. Like a breaky and just relaxing a bit.
Yeah, especially now with no racing and not too much stuff going on. It's just nice to chill out a bit and get the mind ready for next year, because next year sorry, I'm just sitting too close to the fire, it's gonna burn me. Yeah. No, I'm loving it, man. Life's good, God is good.
That's good, man. Yeah, thanks a lot for joining us and making time, man.
No problem, man. It's an honor. I've been waiting. I'm number 60, 70. I thought I will be in the top 15, but yeah, I'm 70.
Nah, bruh.
I know I didn't have a good season, but it's not. 70 is too much.
I contacted you before. What did you say?
Yeah, sorry, man. It's my fault.
It's your fault. But thanks. Let's do a few welcomes. I see Anastasia, Anastasia, Con is here. We've got Carly Jacobs, Lisa Brinks, G, not G. Welcome. We've got Malaysia, Athletic for Amal is also here. Emil Petersen, Michael Brink is here. He says, are women here? We've got Sam Classic. Who else is here? Carla Bez, Lisa. Welcome, guys. Malaysia. Thanks for joining in. This evening we're chatting to the big man. At least you don't have you spent some time in America, but your accent didn't change, so I'm happy,
No, it will never change, man. I never speak from America. I speak only English when I'm on Backtrack or anything, man. So I think my Venda is better than my English. Yes, so.
Yeah, that's good, man. All right, we're gonna get started, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, remember, if you want to ask any questions, make sure to send your questions through. We're going to try to take as many of those as possible. And welcome to each and everyone. I'm going to do an introduction, Pieter. Once I've done my introduction, we're going to get started and start chatting. Is that cool?
Cool, man. I'm looking forward.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with us today, like I said, Pieter Conradie. He is, listen up, World University Games 4x400 meter silver medalist, World Relays 4x400 meter finalist, Athletics World Cup 4x400 meter finalist. Is also the SA Under 23 400 meter champion, African Championships 400 meter semi-finalist, World Junior Championships 400 meter semi-finalist, also World Youth Championships 400 meter semi-finalist, Commonwealth Youth Games finalist, and 2 times SA champion, ladies and gentlemen, Pieter Conradie. Can you still hear me?
Things on the farm is not lekker, but I hope it keeps up.
Yeah, no worries.
Can you hear me?
I did your introduction. I hope the people heard it, but I mean, it's a lot. You've done a lot. You've achieved a lot. You've been in the game for long, huh?
Yes, too long. It was my birthday. When was it? Tuesday, and I'm 26 now, but
Yeah.
I'm feeling like I'm still 21. So I have to. They always say when you're young, you still have a lot of years, and one day if I'm big, I'm gonna be good. So just now it's time to to get my stuff ready for next year.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, as I was reading through some of the stuff, I mean, I read Commonwealth Youth Games finalist. I mean, that's a long time ago, you know, if you think about it. It's not that far, but I mean, you were also running at youth level, at top, you know, at the top level as a youth. You did it
Yeah.
as a junior, and you've transitioned well into senior as well. So, yeah, that's amazing. But let's play a
Yeah,
game.
man.
Let's play a game before we get into the deep questions and what.
Okay.
The game is called 30 seconds.
Okay.
What's in the bag? You name as many things as possible that you have in your competition bag. Coming to you.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Wait, in the competition. Wait. Start again. Wait. Yo, man, explain again. Sorry. You're making me nervous, man.
Name as many things as possible that you have inside your competition bag.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
A lekker biltonkie always, a Red Bull, spikes, extra onderbroek, extra socks, ski pant, beat earphones, a chocolate milky, wat is 'n handdoek en
Towel, yeah.
towel, a cap always, and cell phone charger,
Yeah.
and not that anymore, only Red Bull now, and
Time.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna give you 11. 11 is okay. Not bad.
Yes, sir. Thanks, man.
So the record is at 11. Is at 19. So 11 is you in the mix.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's like 46.3 for 400, so it's okay. Yeah. who got 19 or say who got the best?
The 19 was I think it was Justine Pofferman.
Yeah, but I only carry 11 things, so it's unfair. I don't carry 19, so 11 is it's my PB.
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah. 11 is good, man. So let's get started. First question on us, Pieter. Obviously,
yes.
I know, man. You're versatile. You know, you can run. You've got speed. You've got. If I can read through your PBs here, you've got like a 10.54 on the 100. You've got a 21.0 on the 2. You've got a 33.0 on the 300. 45.1 on the 400, 1.5, and then you've also got a 115.7 on a 600 and a 148.08. So your range, Bryce, is quite amazing. Which event would you say is your favorite?
400 is always going to be the favorite.
Yeah,
but which one is like 800 is also nice. Depends on the races. Like the sprint events are nice, but 800 is tough. I think 800 is the toughest event out there. But yeah, my favorite will always be 400.
Absolutely, man. I mean, yeah, with a 45.15, I mean, there's also some, you've got so many interesting stories. I'm gonna get into those.
Sorry, it's just raining. I just need to go in. Sorry.
No problem.
Yes, it's a storm.
Where are you at the moment?
I'm staying here at the farm in near Poch.
Okay.
Sorry, man, for the inconvenience.
No problem. Let me know when you're good.
Yes, I'm good.
All right. Yeah. So I was saying, so you were saying obviously the sprint events are the 400 will always be your favorite, Musan?
Yes.
So with athletics, where did it start for you, man? Did you always know you wanted to be an athlete, a professional athlete, or where did the journey start?
For me, I always wanted to do some kind of sport. I always played rugby.
Yeah.
That was the main event for me. Main thing in my life. And I always played a lot of sports like cricket and not soccer, just for the fun, but golf. So my dream was just to make it in some kind of sport. Yeah. Athletics for me is the best because what you put in, you get out. Like for any other sport, people decide if you have to make the team. Like athletics, you can run 44 at any meeting and qualify for the Olympics. So the possibilities to make it international, it's a hard sport to do. But I think if you put your life and everything, working for it, you can achieve it. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's true. I think I also played soccer, and I also the same thing. I was like, soccer, you can have an excellent match and lose,
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter if the guys are just not, stepping up to your level. It doesn't matter what you do. You
Yeah,
can't
that's and then
control it.
yeah.
And
And for me,
athletics,
the thing is, for rugby, you can never be like the best rugby player in the world. Like, there's no like ranking for me. Like
yeah,
athletics, if you have a certain time, and you can always say you are top 50 in the world or
yeah,
top. So you have to, and that's for them. For me, it's something I chase, and I think for me, that's a big reason that I chose athletics,
absolutely, man.
and I
So,
just love it, man.
yeah. At what stage did you know that, okay, this rugby thing, how old were you when you decided athletics, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to pursue?
I think I wasn't that good when I started high school of anything. I was small and I was really good in anything. So I think in grade 10 in office, I really decided I have to be good in something. And I think
Yeah,
Nico van Heerden, my coach back then, he had a big influence on me. And I trained really hard. And so yeah, from there on, I think I heard about the World Youth, and I just trained really hard for it, and I managed to make the team. I ran like 46 or something in grade 11 or something. For me, it was good, so I decided just I have to make a choice, and I'm just glad I made the choice. Yeah.
sheesh, 46 in grade 11, yo, that's intense, man. Like, yo,
Yeah, but the young guys, they do it easy now, so yeah, you have to.
that's true, huh? So, okay, so already then you knew, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to do
Yeah.
track and field. So, obviously, you go to your first international competition, World Youth. There's World Youth Championships, and there was Commonwealth Youth Games. You
Yeah.
went there, semi-finalists in one and finalists in the other in the 400. What does that do to you? To talk about that experience, like your first international experience. How was that, and how did you like receive that type of pressure?
Yo, I couldn't believe. For me, the hardest thing for me in the beginning is to focus on the like the. I still struggle with it. I hope I have managed that under control, because always the whole scene is like everything is too good, and it's the hotel and it's athletes. Like the experience was like overwhelming for me. Not in a
Yeah,
bad sense. I enjoyed it,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I struggled to focus on. I didn't do bad. I think for me it was difficult because we were 5 guys in office that went to world youth, and I
Yeah.
think Andries, he got the gold medal in the 110. Gerard de Beer got bronze medal in the discus.
Yeah.
Constant, he came fifth in the hurdles, and I fell out in the semi-final. I ran like 46.3. That's not a bad time for grade 11. Everybody was, when I come back, why didn't you got a medal?
Yes.
And I was
That
like,
was
oh.
quick, man. Yo.
So yeah, for me it was a great experience. Like there was a stepping stone for not just for athletics, but just to see how nice it is to run it on an international level.
Yeah. Man, I think, the good thing is that you took that experience, man, and I mean, you to go out there and still produce like 46s, it shows you were
Yeah,
there to compete, you were there ready, and I
yeah,
mean, you fought well. And then,
yeah,
obviously, then you go to Commonwealth Youth, there's Commonwealth Youth Games as well, where
yeah.
you were in the final. How was that experience? And, being in a international final, how did you find that?
Yeah, that was actually a good race. And we were in difficult situations. There was like a storm, so it was really windy, and so it was, for everybody was difficult. But it was so nice. Like the whole team were really good, and I think we managed like ASA record, that's the youth record, like on the 4x100. And
Yeah.
but yeah, in the 400 it was nice. I think I came fourth in the final.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me that was probably one of the best competitions I ever ran it. But yeah, I grow a lot. I wish I actually could have done better at that race.
Mhm.
But yeah, for me at that time, it was one of my first international races. But yeah, from there on, I was just hooked on the sport.
Yeah, man. I love that. I love to hear that because, like athletics is like one of those sports where you really need to choose it. It's not
Yeah,
other sports can choose you. Like if you were good in rugby and they offered you a big
yeah,
contract, it would have been easier to go there, you know. But athletics
Yeah,
is a sport where you need to like personally choose, you know. It must be something that
yeah,
you wake up, you know, fired up and loving, you know. Otherwise,
yeah.
yo, bro, you can go play
Yeah,
cricket.
I don't think people understand how difficult the sport is. Like all the training. I talked to my dad last week, and I was like, "Yo, I've been training for 11 years straight every day now. It must have some kind of an effect on you because, like, if I don't train, I get crazy. Like this year, it was the hardest for me to
Yeah,
stay sane because yes,
yeah.
you don't train nothing. You don't have that adrenaline. For me, I get like I don't know. For me, it's my whole life now. So. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna retire. If I'm gonna run until I'm as old as you. No, yeah,
But I'm still running for a long time, so you're gonna be running
no,
until
that's good.
you're very old. Don't worry.
Yeah,
So I mean that's you know it's always good to hear that, man, because you know sometimes you can get lost in so many things, you know. But at the end of the day, it's all about the love. But think about it, you know, like even when I think of guys like LeBron James, and I mean that guy has probably been playing professional sport for like 20 years, bro. And I mean to be
yeah,
running on the court, jumping, and you know, sport can be seen as
yeah,
something that is not like serious, you know, because
yeah,
it looks like it's so fun. But I mean, it's a
yeah,
career, you know, and it's something that you really need to put in your
yeah.
time, your energy, and your whole life into it as well, you know.
I think the main thing I've learned of all this running, I think I saw the guys that is really good is the guys that sacrificed everything, sacrificed
Yeah,
more. The more you sacrifice, the more. I think that's one of the mistakes I made in my earlier. I didn't appreciate some of the competitions, or I wasn't sacrificing a lot of like stuff in life, eating correct, sleeping,
yeah,
everything. I think that is the hardest. It's hard to maintain it over such a long period. And I think the guys that can maintain it, like let's say guys at Africa, Alia, or the guys that I spent a lot of time with, it's really
yeah,
guys that that took everything serious, and that's the I had to learn it on the hard on a hard way. But I think that's the one thing. If I can go back to 2011, our World Youth and all thing is sacrificing a lot more than giving. I gave everything, but there's a lot of times that maybe you get distracted at
yeah.
university or some stuff. So yeah, that's one thing I could have changed, or that's one thing the younger guys can really look doing and making a priority in their career.
Absolutely, man. Let's do a few more welcomes. I see Naeem Razak is in the building. I see Poch is coming strong here. Speech Band South
Yes,
Africa is here as well. Pumba X is here. Marco Delivio. Welcome, guys. Kurt Kuto, my brother.
lekker good.
Yes, lekker Curtis. We've also got Lindsay Hanakom, Sibanya Music, Zizi, Lisa Brinks, who else? Carly Jacobs. Welcome, guys. It's always good. Remember, if you've got questions, you can send them through. I've got one over here. Let's see. Sibanya Music is asking who have been your coaches. Which coaches have you worked with in South Africa?
Sorry, say again, Simba.
Sibanya Music is asking which
Sorry,
coaches.
I have to walk around. Signal is so bad here, so I'm just walking around to get some
No,
better signal. Sorry, man.
no worries, man. So he's asking what are some of the coaches you've worked with in South Africa?
I think that was part of my success. I had like really good support system. I think from the beginning, I think Nico van Heerden played, like I said, played a huge role in making me love the sport.
Yeah,
Then yeah, I had some good races with him. He made me from the beginning. He made me good. He made me run in my first year of athletics from like a 52 to a 46. So I think he was a big part in my life. And
wow.
then my brother Chris, he was always there
Mm.
from when I was small. So he always coached me and gave me that extra training. And I think when I went to Poch, after I went to United States, I trained with Tanja Bailey at Texas Longhorn. She was really good. But yeah, when I came back to Poch, I had to really step it up because I ran like 48s in the US. It was just I just struggled for that year. I don't think it was any coach or anything anybody's fault. But then I came back and I decided, yes, I have to step up my game. And I think when I went to Poch, I think John Verster played a huge role and making me really train hard and making me focus. So yeah, when I came to Porch, I was running like 47, and it took me 2 years to run I think 45-1, but it was just from really training hard and racing a lot. And yeah, I think John, he still has a big influence in my life. I talk to him every day, and I think on a mental side, John Verstappen is nobody that can beat him. He's always there to chat, and he's like mentally, he's like a really really good guy. And then I decided I ran 800, and I decided last year or year before I'm gonna train with my brother just to do some more hundreds and 200s, focus more on the sprinting. 800 was really tough. So I think at the moment I'm training on my brother's program, Chris. Yeah, he's still in Qatar, but yeah, for me, I get my father sometimes help me just to get his program under control. But yeah, at the moment, for my mental side, I use John Verstappen, and my technical side, I use Chris. So I think I have a really good support system. I can't complain. If I don't run good, it's my own fault. So for me, if I have everything I need, I think at Poch, guys like Umtash, everybody makes it really easy to train good. So yeah, for me, if I don't run good, it's my it's my own responsibility.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Good support team. I see Maputi Africa is also in here. Word School Durbanville. You guys need to enter for the Kanisimbini virtual relays. Come on now. But I mean, you know what I like about you know your support structure, like you said, man. If I think of, I mean, somebody like John Verstappen, like you said, mentally, I mean, he was a phenomenal athlete. He also ran it in America, at Nebraska. Phenomenal coach. And I mean, you can see what he's doing in Poch at the moment, man.
Yeah.
He's overtaken places like University of Pretoria, you could almost say, and you know, competing with some of the, because I mean, you can see he's brought the American mentality into South Africa, and I mean that's exciting to watch, man. So it's good, you know.
Yeah, I think the big deal why I'm staying at Poch is like it's just so easy to train and use the facilities, and there's always like there's so many tracks that's open, like to train at Gimmies or train at the Fani or train at the Tata, and there's never any trouble. It's so easy to so they go out of their way to make it possible to train as hard as possible. So even in that sense, John Verstappen, that's in every week there's league meetings with all the events. So for me, Poch, from the moment, I don't think there's a better Pretoria, everything is good, but I don't think there's anybody that comes close to Poch.
Wow, that's good. That's a big statement. Big statement.
Yeah.
From a big man. Listen, so let's talk about let's talk about America. You went to America, Longhorn, Texas.
Actually got the wifey on Longhorn's wifey.
How was that experience? How was it? Let's start here. How did it come about? How did you choose to go to America? How did you choose that university? You know, how did that process come about?
It was actually an interesting story. My first year when I went to university games, I was traveling and I got a really bad like neck injury. And I don't think people know about it. Just that I broke my top vertebra in my neck, and I was overseas and I got like a really bad spasm, and I had to travel, and everybody didn't know how really bad it was. And I traveled to Russia for the World University Games back then. I think I ran with Wade and PSC and Jacques de Swart when we got the bronze medal there. But I ran with a broken neck, and it was really like a traumatizing like months because I had to endure a lot of pain. But yeah, from there I was just like mentally I was like over it. I couldn't, and I said I was sitting on the airport, flying back from Russia, and I thought I just want to go somewhere, and I thought America is a good option. So I came back and I told my father I think it's a good idea for me to go to America, and I started looking around, and I had to make a choice, and I just liked the Longhorns logo, so I chose them.
Yeah, that's you, man. I think you make you keep life very simple, man. I think that's always good to see.
So America.
Yeah, tell us about your experience there.
Yeah, it was amazing. I wish I could actually stayed longer. I didn't run well. I don't know why. I trained hard. I think from all that experience the previous year, I struggled. So I think all that built it up, and I struggled around 48. Yes, I was like losing every race, and like I ran well, and I think if I went with a better preseason, I would have done better. But for me, the experience was this a life experience back there was just amazing. So yeah, Texas Longhorns was just in another level. So yeah, I actually miss it. Yeah, when I came back, it was hard for me, but I had to make the decision because one race I ran like 49, and the girl in the previous race ran like 50:03, and I ran like 49:7. I was like, yo. Um, I have to go back. So yeah, I decided to come back, and I wasn't sure what to do. So yeah, for me it was always still a thing that wasn't nice because I felt I failed in a sense my American like American dream or what do you call it. So but luckily I came back and Poch make it life good. So I met some people, and for me, I'm actually glad I came back. America was nice for me, the experience. You can put on Facebook, you're there, and you can do everything. But, yo, man, South Africa is like,
Hey, bruh, there's nothing better than
yeah,
being home in South Africa. That's a nice thing. You know, it's crazy, man.
yeah.
Like, you love South Africa more. The more you travel, the more you love South Africa. It's like it's one of those countries. You know, when you hear, you're like and then you leave, you're like, yo, we
Yeah.
actually have it
No,
quite
yo,
good.
like, no, for me, South Africa, even Africa, I will never leave this. Like, Europe is nice, everything, but if you spend a lot of time there, you can't wait to come back. And I haven't met any athlete that told me he wants to stay in Europe. Like, go for 8 weeks to Europe, and it's nice to experience, but when you come back, there's a lot of stuff that
Yeah,
you
you miss it.
appreciate more. And
Yeah,
I get angry at people that's always complaining in South Africa, and it's like you don't understand. But yeah, for me, I'm a big fan of South Africa. I will never leave them.
absolutely, man. Let's see if we got another question here. This is from was it Lekamva Chungwa? Is asking how fast are you in the 200? I think we read that in the beginning. You can say it.
Yeah, I think I ran in the beginning of the year 20.99. I think I ran this year. Yeah, I had to focus more on the sprints. I think I could have run like a 20.7 because I only ran a few 200s in the beginning of the year. So my aim is to run a 20.5 or lower in the next coming year to to compete against the guys on the top level.
Absolutely, man. I think a 20 and a half. That's where at least you'll be comfortable, in the 400 as well. But I mean,
Yeah,
what I like about you, man, is that like you're not afraid to race. Like you get. I think so many South Africans have become so picky about when to run and saving their energy and this. But I mean, for you, man, if I look at every one of your seasons, there's like hundreds, twos, fours. Like the list of your competitions, man, is quite crazy. But I mean, it's because you enjoy. I can see you enjoy like pushing your boundaries in each event, whether it's the 800 or the 100 or the 2 or the 300.
yeah.
It's good to see. Where does that come from?
I think I was when I was smaller or younger or smaller. I wasn't smaller. I was younger. um, you get used to win every race on youth level, and the guys get to senior races, and then you have to run 45 in the heats to make the semi at SA. So, and then they get scared to run. And I think that's one thing the US helped me when I was in Texas. I lost every race, so I got used to like to get beaten. So I just came over the fact that you can lose. So I'm not afraid to. Like I think a lot of the guys are so afraid to make a mistake that they actually
Yeah.
lose the race. So yeah, for me, it's what I train. We train so hard, and it's every day, day in and day out. So for me, it's like racing is the fun part about it. I just like it. It's just the competitiveness. It's what I live for. It's the only place you can really compete at every week. So I will race every week if I have the option.
No, I agree, man. I also personally, like I tell the guys, man, at training, I hate training, man. I'm not lazy. I'm
Yeah,
disciplined. I always rock up and I do the work. But I
yeah,
mean, I'd rather race, man. I'd rather race any single day. Like if we were to race, if we didn't
yeah,
have to train and just race, I'd be happy. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because end of the day, that's what it's all about. You can't be afraid of the thing that you meant to do the most or
yeah.
the best in.
Yeah, I think Yeah, for me, it's in life. Like if it's my last week on Earth, I want to race. So I live my life on that sense. I always think about it. I don't want to run in 3 months because I don't know what's going to happen in 3 months. So for me, I live on the limit. So yeah, racing is priority in my life.
I like that, man. I like that. I like that. I like that. I mean, even if I look at 2020, I mean, the year started off well, man. You started with PBs and 100 and the two. I mean, that was part of your plan, you know,
Yeah,
and it was coming on well. But I think it was a good to get PBs, man, and then close the season. Mission achieved, you know. Next year you start again and you just pick it up where you left it, you know.
yeah. I think it was a good. Yeah, it was actually difficult because I think there's a lot of athletes. They put in so much work and
Yeah.
they train so hard, and then you have to just stop. So I think that was the hardest part for me, was to think, yes, I've trained for 8 months every day, day in, day out, and now I have to chill on the bunk, watch TV. So that was the difficult part, but I can feel in my training now it has a really positive effect.
Mm.
Like I've seen my times I'm training now, like I started on a really good starting point, so I can just take it forward from there.
And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it so that you can hear it clearly. You know, this COVID time, man, and the way whoever takes the opportunity, like with both hands, I'm telling you, man,
Yeah,
this is the only time I was speaking to somebody where you can actually, your coaches can do a full program. There's no interruptions. There's no
yeah.
meetings. So if you wanna prepare for 2021,
Yeah,
like
it's perfect.
it's perfect. Like it's just a
Yeah,
matter of get your mind ready, get your mind right. You know, get out of that waiting period and use the time. I'm telling you, people are gonna
yeah.
run so fast in 2021. We saw it in 2020
I,
as well. People are just breaking
yeah,
records because for the first time in I don't know how many years, people can actually prepare properly without rush. If you feel a niggle, don't
yeah,
go to training. Come back 2 days later,
yeah.
continue. There's no pressure, you know. So next year,
I think everybody got a rest because normally you don't rest out. I think everybody's got some time just to chill out in life and just to yeah, take it from a good starting point. So yeah, like you said, if you're not running good next year, it's gonna be your own fault. Sorry, can you hear me?
yeah, absolutely. I can hear you. Yeah, so that's true, man. That's very true. So okay, I want to move to this one. Time is running out. Time is flying here. So LJ Van Sale was like Temba. You need to ask Peter about the Diamond League competition where you ran a Diamond League. Tell us about the day. I remember I was watching. You first ran the race before. You ran very well, you know. And the next thing, I just see you jumping over the railings. Just tell us what happened that day.
Yo, I don't think anybody really knows the real story. It was actually difficult because nobody knew the story, and they just saw I ran like 46 or 47 flat in that race. But yo, it was one of the funnest, but one of the most difficult races I ever run.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, I was running in Oslo the previous week. I ran my first Diamond League, and
yeah.
I didn't run bad. I ran like a 46 flat, and they told me I can get some money if I'm the reserve for Stockholm,
Yeah,
and they said I could run in the pre-race, and then if somebody get
goes
injured, I
out.
can run the race. But yeah, I wasn't like motivated for the first race because I was racing like guys running like 52s and 53s and stuff. So I didn't even warm up. I just sat there in the cool room and I just put on my spikes, and I actually ran not too bad. I ran like a 45 8 or something,
With no
and
warm up.
no warm up. I promise you, I didn't do anything. I was laying at the hotel and I drove, and because it wasn't on TV, there's no audience, nothing. And it was just before the 400. It was like half an hour before the main event started.
Yeah,
And for me, it was Stockholm. It was the big moment. Diamond League, I just enjoyed the race. And I think Alia ran the 400 hurdles just before the 400. And
yeah,
Reinhard also ran in the pre-races. He ran the 800. And we were just sitting on the what do you call it, on the pavilion. And I actually drank a beer and I ate some slub chips and chippy. I don't even know what And I was without my shirt. Me and Reinhard and Aljo were sitting there having a good time. And the guys came out from the call room, and because nobody got injured, so they said it's not necessary for me to warm up. So I was sitting there drinking a beer, and I don't even know what. And we saw lane 6 is open, and Aljo and Reinhard was like, "Yeah, go, go, go." And I was like, "Okay." And I went and I jumped without the shirt, jumped over the fence, and I told the lady at the security guard, "I'm the reserve. I have to run." And she said, "It's okay." I put on my spikes and put on my running vest, and I ran the race. But when I start the first 10 meters, I pulled a hammy or something. Something went wrong in my, but it was okay. I held it. But that first 150, I was like, I know Jonathan Borley was just outside me,
Moving.
and I was
Yeah.
just sticking with him. But that last 40 meters, I died, man. So, and nobody knows the story. Like yes, I lost, and but for me it was the best, probably one of the best moments of my whole life. And actually, that gave me that extra point. Then I was like, I think I don't know what was my number on the Diamond League points.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
the Diamond League final, there was like 10 guys before me that couldn't run the final, and that's one of the reasons I got to run the Diamond
final.
League final.
Yes, it's crazy. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, that's you, man. I think that just sums up Pieter Conradie in like.
Yeah. For
in
me,
like
I really just want to run like a big race, like well prepared. All the Diamond Leagues, I think I've run like 7 Diamond Leagues now. And I promise you, all 7 of them, they called me like the night before, was like, I was not training for 2 weeks, or I was like, I don't know, racing 4 races in a row. So I haven't really got to the Diamond League, but I was really well prepared. So I'm looking forward to maybe next year to just run the Diamond League that I've been preparing for.
Absolutely, man. Let's talk 2 big things, man. 2 serious things here. Okay. You need to get it out of the way. I mean, the 400 meter in South Africa, it's an intense. I mean, it's an intense event. It's got a lot of history, and I mean, your PB is a 45.15. 45.15.
Yeah.
I mean,
No jokes.
knocking on that 44, man. What do you think needs to happen for more South Africans to run the 44? I mean, I remember the year when you ran the 45.15, I was sure the 44 is coming, you know?
Yeah, I think I would have run a 44. I just had some trouble with a lot of personal stuff the last 2 years with training and a lot of other stuff. So I definitely would have run a 44 by now. But I think, Wade, yes, you just make the whole lower the level. How do you call it in English? The competitiveness. You run like 43.03. So, like when I was in high school, if somebody runs 46.0, they could have won essay. So I think when he came and ran 43, and now these days everybody just stepped up their game. So I think Wade has probably the biggest influence on why the 400 is so good or competitive at the moment in South Africa. But yeah, I think the guys, we have to step it up. Like there's a lot of guys running 45. You know me, we run 45s, but it's not good enough. You have to run consistent 44s to be on that international level. So I think the next year, I think there's a lot of good guys like Guardio and guys like that that's really gonna be competitive in the field. So I'm really looking forward. Like it's in America, there's like 100 guys and runs 45s and 44s. It's so competitive. So you have to run really good times to make it. So yeah, I think the next year is going to be really, really a good 400 year for all South Africa.
I believe it, man. I'm going to put my head on the block. I think 2 guys, an additional 2 guys will go 44 next year, you know, with Wade. Wade, obviously, he's going to try come back to the 43s again. You know, we know he can do it. So it's going to be a big one. And, I mean, if you sort out your speed, I know, man, you're a workhorse. You're not afraid of the mileage. You're not afraid of the distance. You're not afraid of putting in the hard work. So tune that speed up, and then, hey, man, you know, we'll be talking some big things next year.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward for Wade to run because the last 3 or 4 years, it's hard to have the Olympic champion and the that caliber guy that's not competing. So I think I'm really glad he's recovered and well, because it's so nice to actually compete against him. And if he runs, it's just a positive vibe in South Africa. So I'm really glad he's healthy and back on track.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, my brother. I think let's leave it there for this evening. Let me see if there's any more questions. But yeah, thanks so much, man, for coming through. I know you're chilling there by the farm. You were busy with your fire there. I'm sure you were buying something as well, you know. But yeah, thanks a lot for coming through, man. Like I said, like I really believe next year is gonna be a very good year for you as well. 44 is there, man. You just have to. You're just gonna run it. Like that's
Yes,
it.
appreciate it.
That's it, man. It's just yeah. But I mean, keep working hard, you know, and yeah, we'll be supporting your Backtrack side. We're gonna try cover and try get as many of those races as possible next year. So yeah, big ups and all the best.
Thanks, Temba, and thanks for you guys and Backtrack for hosting this and making athletics on keeping it on top. So yeah, appreciate it from you guys. You're always doing your best to help promote the sport and help promote the athletes. So from our side, yeah, we really appreciate it.
No, thanks a lot, man. You know, man, it's very simple. I love this game. We love this sport, you know. And as long as we love it,
Yeah,
man, you know, we learned very early. If I mean, if I look at Erwin Schmidt, Leon Fourie, they
yeah,
were in Nebraska in America. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Myself, I was here in South Africa. I came from sport, soccer, and whatever. So we've always seen, like, if you've got a problem with something, or if there's something that you don't like in a sport or anywhere, you must do something about it. You know, there's too many people with
yeah,
too many opinions, but we just
yeah,
decided, man, we are young. If there's a time to do something, it's now, you know. And if we come together as
yeah,
athletes and coaches and everything, we can make the
yeah,
sport the biggest in the country, because the
yeah,
performances are there. So we just
yeah.
need South Africa to wake up, and then we'll be on top.
Yeah, no, it's true what you say, and I'm looking forward for the upcoming year. I think it's going to be really, really good.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it straight from the Peter's mouth, the man from Pochi, the man who's in Pochi at the moment. Thanks a lot for joining. To everybody who's been watching, we really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching and supporting BackChat. Episode number 69. Next week, Monday, we've got Elroy Haland. We're bringing episode number 70 to you. So please, guys, tune in, keep watching. Let's keep the conversation going. Peter, my brother, thanks a lot for joining. We'll
Thank you,
chat soon.
Temba. Cheers.
Take care. Bye.
Thanks, mate.